Welcome to News of the South. We are going to be talking to politician and businessman Acie Lumumba. Lumumba. I've called 3 times. I am waiting for the politician and businessman to join us right here. So while we wait for Mr. Lumumba to come online, I will be telling you briefly about News of the South. News of the South is available on www.newsofthesouth.com. And we also have a YouTube channel which you are free to subscribe to so you don't miss on any of our broadcasts. And you can take part in this discussion with Mr. Acie Lumumba, and he'll be able to tell you more about business startups, how to run a business, how to manage a business. I'm just waiting for Mr. Lumumba to come online. I'm going to see if I can find him now. Okay, I found Mr. Lumumba now. After having called 3 times, I finally found him. So we're just waiting for him to connect now. And you can get your business questions ready. You're going to learn more about setting up a business, about marketing and maintaining a business. Okay, just waiting there for Mr. Lumumba to come online now. So you should be seeing him shortly. Okay, someone already asking a question. Mr. Lumumba is just connecting. Yes, Lumumba.
Hey, yeah, so I can see you, okay?
Yes,
so I just want to tell someone who's asking
I called
what
3
page is
times and
this?
bang, you come online.
It's News of the South. And guess what? I am online now. Thank you for having me. Sorry about the
Pleasure
hiccup. I
having
think
you, Mr.
Minister
Lumumba.
Chinamasa is hard at work.
Okay.
It's good to be here.
Okay, so we are ready to talk business tonight, and no politics tonight. It's strictly business, and no jokes as well. Oh yes, we would like a few jokes there, Mr. Lumumba.
All right.
Okay, so I've got a question already. If someone asked a question, I believe Mr. Joseph Kaundura watching from South Africa. He says, what business do you run? He would like to know what business you run.
What business do I run? So I run a consulting business. I consult for a lot of multinationals who are invested in Zimbabwe. I do a lot of political risk advisory services. So I'm the guy you talk to before you invest your money in Zimbabwe. I'm the guy you talk to before you invest money in Zimbabwe. I handle probably the 6 biggest multinational accounts in Zim. I handle those. Then on the side, so that's what I run. I do as a corporation. And then on the side, I run my own entrepreneurial businesses. I do business in South Africa. I do fuel in South Africa. And I've just started investing in lithium in Zimbabwe as well. So those are my main lines of business.
That sounds like a great deal of work you're doing there in terms of business.
Yeah, and you know, just so I qualify for those who doubt my business acumen, for the last 3 years I've been the chairman of the National Business Council of Zimbabwe. So I actually chair over 400 businesses that are operating in Zimbabwe. My business acumen is pretty high up there. I'm signing out now, but other people are coming in, and I've had a great term.
Oh, so what challenges have you faced during those 3 years you've chaired all those companies?
I think it's the same challenges everybody faces. You know, the biggest challenge is access to capital, you know, which is what every business needs. The number one question anybody with a business idea has is, where do I find the money to get the business started? So that's the first challenge. How do you access capital? Then the second problem is, where do you find the business? So once you've accessed the capital and you want to sell any product, you know, you only grow your business by being able to sell a lot of your product. So if I sell socks, I need to sell a lot of socks. That means I need people to be able to afford buying those socks. So there's access to capital, and then there's access to market as the second challenge. And I think I'll only talk about the top 3. The third greatest challenge is the hindrances in the environment. You know, you have to deal with politics, gets in the way. You have to deal with um, just a government. Hey, so you do business with government, the government won't pay. You have to deal with the crazy corruption. You can't get anything done without paying somebody along the way. So corruption is very terrible. I hear people complaining about the noise in my background, but I don't really know how I can help that because I'm sorry, but I was having a meeting in a restaurant and there happened to be people around. Maybe I should actually just stand up and tell them to keep quiet. I'm gonna try and do that. If it doesn't work, then um, then I don't know. Then we'll try something else. Okay, so
As long as they can hear
give
you,
me a
I'm sure
moment.
it should be fine there. As long as they can hear you, it should be fine. So, do you have any
Yeah,
business qualifications, or it was just the use of common sense?
I don't really know if it's the use of common sense or if I don't know what business qualifications are. I don't know what is that. What is the business qualification? Can you tell me what that is?
There are several
Do I have
business
money? Plenty.
qualifications. People go
So
and study
what is a business
business. They have
qualification?
MBAs, such qualifications. I know some people set up and run successful businesses without having studied anything in business. What it is they have it in them and they just
Right.
get going and get their business going.
Right. So no, I did not go to school to be taught how to make money. I learned how to make money by understanding that making money is a result of solving problems. So I solve problems, and to me, that's all the business qualification I needed to see, the problems. What's the good thing is there's a lot of people out there, especially in the UK where you are, who've gone to school. They've got really good degrees, really fantastic MBAs, and I hope that one day I can learn from them. My whole team is full of MBAs. I employ a lot of people with MBAs. In fact, my top management has got 4 guys with MBAs. So I like people who go to school to study it. I'm more of a big thinker. I'm the guy who kind of likes to get out there and think the big idea, find the money to get it done, and allow others who are better at things that I'm not good at to contribute.
Wow, very inspirational there, Mr. Lumumba. And your business, the meat box, is it still running in Epworth?
No. So, hello, can you still hear me?
Yes,
My,
I can
my
hear you.
screen is frozen, so I don't know. Okay,
Yes, I
but
can
my
hear
screen is
you.
frozen. So no, Meatbox. We shut it down when I parted ways with my work in government because, as you know, government was a shareholder in the business, and I was also a shareholder in the business, and so was our suppliers, shareholders in the business. So we severed the relationship. I stepped out. I can no longer speak on their behalf because, like I said, I'm no longer a shareholder in the company.
Okay, so from the businesses that you're currently running, how many Zimbabweans are you employing at the moment?
Uh, Plus or minus 30, I guess. Plus, yeah, maybe 26, 27.
Okay, for people like me who are in the diaspora who are thinking seriously about coming to invest in Zimbabwe, would you say this is the best time to come, or when should people be coming back to invest in Zimbabwe? Because I know a lot of people are thinking about it, but they are a bit hesitant at the moment.
Well, look, yeah, again, fortune tends to favor the brave. So those brave enough to be able to understand where to put their money now and where money is needed. Remember, like I said, all I know about money is money follows those who are able to solve problems. And there's a lot of problems in Zimbabwe right now. When these problems are no longer there will no longer be that opportunity to make the money. But right now, there is serious problems in Zimbabwe, which the people with the acumen to be able, the people to be with the acumen to be able to understand how to capitalize in a crisis will be able to get returns on that understanding. The people who are not won't be able to do it. I don't know, when people say, I have some money and I want thinking of coming to invest, what it is you're coming to invest in. I can't educate you on that. You would have to know what line of work you are in, what business you understand better. I don't know cement, and you might know cement. I don't know graphics, you might know graphics. Those
Yeah,
who want to
that's
invest
true,
should
Mr.
invest.
Lumumba. That
Every
is
time, I always
so
think,
true.
in any country.
Okay, so another question is, how are people like you managing to survive in business with cash shortages and all these problems going in Zimbabwe? How are you making it?
Well, we're not. No one is really making it in Zimbabwe. We are figuring out ways to make it work. We're operating sometimes even at a loss. I mean, the smaller business, it's like I said at the beginning, I work for multinationals, so thankfully I can get paid in foreign currency. But for the smaller businesses that I'm in charge of, I have to sometimes operate even at a loss internally in Zimbabwe, just so that I can export and I can access foreign currency outside of the country. Because it's now much better to export at no profit at all, but so that you can actually access hard cash currency and bring it back into the country. It is very, very difficult to operate with the current rules of the game. So this notion that we are making it is nothing I suggested, nothing I hinted on. We are in business because we can't sit home and do nothing. So we are in business, but it's hard.
Okay, for the purpose of those planning to start up businesses, can you briefly take us through the process of business planning?
The process of business planning.
Yes, of coming up with a business plan.
Okay. You could just Google it and you can actually find a business plan
Now
on
we
Google.
want to
But
hear it from
you know,
you because you are a businessman and you are doing well in Zimbabwe. So would like you to inspire a few people out
okay.
there.
Okay. So the first and most important thing is you have got to understand solve. So once, and I'm speaking as an example. So once you've identified that the problem I'm trying to solve is that there is no electricity in Zimbabwe, that's the problem. So you've identified the problem. Now you want to solve the problem. The next question is, what is it going to take to solve the problem that there is no electricity? Now, if you can't access electricity from the hydro, from the national grid, you have to say, so what's the alternative? So you then think maybe I need to provide cheaper alternative energy solutions. So you then either you introduce solar, either you introduce turbine winds, wind turbines as a solution. So you then say, so where do I get the supply for me to be able to, where do I get the product for me to be able to supply the solution? But most importantly, how then do I get paid? So once I've brought my wind turbines or once I've brought my solar, how am I going to get paid? Because you can build the national grid based off solar. You can build the national grid based off wind turbines. You can rebuild a national grid based off biogas even. But the question is, so how do you get your money back? So you then say, okay, why don't we do pay as you go electricity? I bring in my solar, I give you I install a pay as you go solar meters, and you distribute that to the households, and you make your money back. But you must be able to access the money for you to get that business started. That's why I said, when you said what are the three major things in business? Number one, you have to be able to find the money, access the money to be able to start the business. Number two, access the market, who wants the product, and number three, navigate around the terrain. Navigate the terrain, because you're going to have competition on the ground, you're going to have enemies on the ground. Navigate the terrain. That's how I think you go about a business plan. Yeah, I don't really think writing one is the most important thing. I know people who can write fancy documents about cash.
Okay. So can you also briefly tell us about the process of acquiring a loan or how you manage to do it so others who are thinking of getting into business know how to get a loan?
So I'm not a big fan of loans. I'm not a big supporter of loans. I don't operate any business that I have based on loans. I believe in partnerships. I believe you have to be able to bring the same equity to a transaction. So, for example, if I'm bringing IP, my intellectual property is equity. Bringing work, my work. If I'm bringing
Mhm.
on a rank, if I'm bringing my sweat, I can bring sweat capital. That's able to put you to qualify your that it is worth. So I don't believe that a loan is the first thing you must think about. I think partnership. Bring in a partner who's going to bring in the money the same way you're going to bring in the sweat capital. Together, let that partnership I'm so sorry. My phone keeps ringing and I have to keep cutting. That's why it's breaking.
Oh, that's okay. We can still hear what you are saying. And also, a lot of people have said that if you are a member of ZANU-PF or you are a politician, it is very easy for you to get capital to start a business. Is this very true?
Well, look, if that's what they say, then those people should go and join ZANU-PF. I mean, that's a no-brainer. If your whole argument to life is if you're a member of ZANU-PF, then it's easy to get the capital. If you want capital, then go and join ZANU-PF. Don't come here and try to talk to me about so you have ZANU-PF, you access capital. I mean, Shain, I'm not a spokesperson for ZANU-PF. If that's how you get capital, by all means, go and join ZANU-PF and get capital. Stop bringing that mess to me.
Okay, can you also tell us about a few do's and don'ts of setting up a business? When you're
Well,
like
I
at the
guess
initial stage,
the
maybe like 3 months into your business, the do's
yeah.
and don'ts.
Don't borrow money. Don't borrow too much money because debt can absolutely destroy you. You can get, you don't want to run a business that is in debt before it has even begun. Because now wakuraramira ngobhadhara chikwereti. So try to stay away from debt. Try to stay away from not doing things with a contract. Do things with contracts. Stay away from working with friends or with relatives. Because in most instances, when you work with friends and relatives, munopedzera mamakana nevanhu ivavo zvokuti uzodzorana kwacho kunorema. So zvino kugara wangoshanda nevanhu unozoti kubhadhara and they are liable to terms of reference that is on contract. Zvimwe zvese zvaakomana munopedzana bhizi. Musatambe nechinhu chinonzi hama. Ukama hunoparara pabasa. It's really much better to deal with hired help.
Okay, can you also tell us the process of marketing and why it's important to market a business or the services that you're offering?
Well, because by the very meaning of the word marketing, it's access to a market. So the only way you get access to a market, is three things. You have to first of all think of, so how do I reach my market? That's marketing. Second thing, once I've reached my market, how do I sell what it is I'm selling now that I've reached my market? For example, I sell sweets, but before I've sold sweets, I need to reach this child that buys the sweets. And then when I meet the child, I sell my sweet. The third thing is I have to retain that customer so the customer keeps going. So I've always said there's 3 steps in business: reach the customer, pitch the customer, maintain the customer.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. And in terms of business at the moment in Zimbabwe, how many people are making it out there? Would you say 98%? Are there a lot of businesses coming up or a lot of businesses are closing at the moment?
Well, look, I think in Zimbabwe, everybody right now is a businessman. I don't know a single, if you're sitting at home, I don't know about your life. I don't know you. But all I know is everybody's waking up every morning and they're businessmen. Whether they're self-employed, whether they're self-employed, whether they work for another organization, or whether they're enterprising on the streets. I think in Zimbabwe, everybody's a businessman right now. It might not be formal business, some of it might be informal, but and are they making it? Everybody's just doing what they can to get by. The stock market is at its highest it's ever been since we dollarized. We grew 64% this year alone. So the stock market is definitely booming, but I think it's a very biased booming depending how which version of economics you're looking at. I think if you're looking at it from a Keynesian economic standpoint, it will tell you that we have a very deceptive economic picture in front of us. But if you're looking at as a paragon theory of economics, you'd say we're doing great. But I think my version of it is on autopilot. So I don't know if people are doing well. I think people are just kind of gliding along. Countries on autopilot.
You are good at cracking jokes. Is it possible for you to crack a business joke for us at the moment?
Yeah, I can definitely happy to crack a business joke. Let me tell you a joke. So the biggest business joke is, with everything we're talking about, doing business in Zimbabwe, trying to make money move in Zimbabwe, the Minister of Finance is a man called Ignatius Chombo. I think that is a very, very funny joke. That Ignatius Chombo is actually the Minister of Finance. That is so funny. That's a joke to me, yeah. So
you
the Minister of Finance.
More about why you think it's a joke?
What's happening? Oh. Why?
Yes, why you think it's a joke?
Why I think it's a joke? because he is going to take all of the money. He is the Chombo is going to take all of the money. Like this man is probably going to print the new Zim dollar with his face on it. It's going to have his own face. It's going to be on the new Zim dollar. This man is probably sitting in that office just trying to figure out how do I steal more money? Like he wakes up in the morning, he calls his whole team into the office. He says, "Boys, how do I steal more money?"
Oh, that is so funny. And any other joke? One more, maybe?
No, I don't have any more. I don't have any more. All of my other jokes are not appropriate for this platform. But yeah, I
Okay.
mean that's the only joke I can tell today.
Okay, that's fine. Can we talk about maintaining financial records in a business?
Okay, what about it?
Why is it important to maintain financial records?
Kurusaro Keshiga. If you don't maintain financial records, you don't know how much is coming, you don't know how much is going out, you don't know you also can't pace your growth. You need to be able to pace your growth. So the only way you pace your growth is you need to be able to monitor it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lumumba. Lumumba. I'll call your name 3 times before we finish. Any special message to
That's right.
Zimbabweans in the diaspora who are thinking of coming back, or Zimbabweans who are in
Yeah,
Zimbabwe at the moment?
absolutely. Absolutely. The first message is to you. I just want to say you're doing a fantastic job. Keep this show up. You know, we don't always have to agree on everything, and you and me don't agree on everything. But one thing we absolutely always have to do is we have to give each other space to exchange these ideas. We don't always have to agree on everything, but we can also agree. The one thing we can agree on is that our country can do better, is that you and me can do better. So let's at least focus on that. It's an agreeable. We can do better. And we can both agree with Chombar Kuturoa Bega, Komana, Chombar Kuroa KPSA. Just as the same. So, but to those who came to watch your show and who are supporting you, I want to say big up to you. Salute. I see Kudam Sisiwa is in the building, my big brother. I see Antila Mangena is in the building. She's at Forbes. So you even have Forbes watching your show. You know, I don't think if you were not important, if I was not important, Forbes would not be watching your show. I see a lot of my friends from the World Economic Forum are watching. I see a lot of to my Dila Town menu are they watching. I see Neo Ayanda and Toso is watching. She is someone hugely dear to me. Good to see her come onto your show, and she's not even Zimbabwean. I mean, this is a foreigners who are actually tuning into your show. I don't know if it's to watch you or if it's to watch me, but point is they're tuning in, so you must be doing something right, Gina. So yeah, I guess shouts out to all the people who are supporting your show. Real recognize real. I salute them, and I want them to know I do this not just for me. I do it for them too.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. I can see some comments here. We've got a comment from Malibongwe and Lovu, and he says Lumumba is a liar. This guy is less than 30, and he's also been part of Zimbabwe's problems. What more is to come?
Right,
Lumumba is a big no for me.
right,
What's your comments on that?
right. I think that's only someone without money says something like that. Only someone under me says something like that. I have never heard one critic who was above me hate on me. Only people under you will hate on you like that. Nobody who is on your level or who is doing better than you will ever hate on you like that. It's the language of a hater. So you have to, your platform has to allow for haters too. This man has achieved nothing to his name. The only time his name has ever been said is on your show. Ain't nobody knows his name. Ain't nobody gonna remember his name. Ain't nobody care about his name. I'm Lumumba. I've got my name written on all my shows. You want to talk to me about being a liar? I ain't lying about that. Men lie, women lie. This is ink. It's easy to type. Okay, it's easy to get on your computer and type. If he's a real man, why don't we see him get on the ground and make $2? Let's see him on the ground making $2. I know he ain't got it. That's why he's got the balls to talk about me like that. He would never say to my face. He's a fan in denial. That's why he speaks like that. But you know, I have to forgive these people. Like I said, we don't have to agree on everything. But one thing we can agree on is Chombo is eating his money and my money.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And before you go, Mr. Lumumba, can you just tell us what you like about News of the South?
What I like about News of the South, I like you. You are
And
what I
what
like
you
about News
don't
of the
like,
South.
and what you don't like as well.
And what I what?
What you don't like about News of the South. What you like and what you don't
What I
like.
don't like, what I don't like is that joke. What I don't like is that joker whose comment you just read. He should just delete me from his page. I don't even know why he's watching my interview. He can go watch himself in the mirror. I'm sure that ought to be entertaining for him.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lumumba. It's been a pleasure having you tonight, and I do hope we meet again sometime soon to talk about other issues
Absolutely.
Zimbabwean.
Thank you. And then look, your ratings are looking good today. You're doing bigger ratings than ZBC. So well done. Keep it up. I'm glad people liked your show. That's why they're watching you. Keep up the good work, and yeah, let's keep it moving. Zimbabweans, I love you. Good night.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lumumba. If there's anyone who would like to talk to us for 3 minutes, please let me know, and I can add you on 2 minutes if you'd like to talk about business. Anything you'd like to add on to what Mr. Lumumba has been saying, please let me know, and I will invite you. Okay, I'm going to add Mkoma Masimba. I'm just waiting for Mkoma Masimba to come on and we can hear a few words from him. Okay, just waiting for him there. I'm sure he's connecting now. Yes, we should see him on the screen. There you are, Mkoma.
Hello.
How are you tonight? Where
Good,
are you
thanks
watching us
yourself.
from? I'm
I'm
fine,
watching
thank
you
you.
from Melbourne, Australia.
Wow, that's really good. What would you like to add on to business? We've been hearing from Mr. Acie Lumumba there.
When it comes to business, there's something that I've discovered. We talk about it, and we really don't have much information or knowledge about business. Now I'm going to try to explain in simple terms. If you remember, I grew up in Zimbabwe. It was more like go to school, get good grades, do a good course, aim for better job, right? So that mentality is stuck in my head. Now, the way I teach my kids these days, go to school, try your best, and think you have to think money should work for you. Don't work for money. Let money work for you. So the challenge that I
Okay.
see in business, yeah, when we talk about businesses, it's not just about doing. It's all about having enough information, having enough knowledge, ideas, and dealing with what I call networking with people already in the industry. That way you are doing business. Otherwise, you make a loss.
Okay,
Yep.
so what
I'm
sort of
involved in
business?
business. Yep.
Okay, what sort of business are you into?
I'm more in the trucks, right? As you see me right now, I'm sitting in the truck. So I'm more like an owner driver. But I'm also a jack of all trades. I've been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. So that's my passion. When it comes to business, talk to me. Whatever's on your mind,
Okay.
let's talk. I don't
Okay,
have
thank
much,
you.
but thank you. And where are you? Is it? I didn't get your name correctly. Is it?
Oh, my name
Trying to
is
see your
Gina
name, but I
Eugene
can't get it. And
Majuro. I'm in the United Kingdom.
oh, awesome, Majuru Jig. Thank you so much. And to all the business people, let's keep in touch. Let's enjoy the business and let's keep firing. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. It's been a pleasure having you. If you'd like to follow us, we are on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos. And our website is www.newsofthesouth.com. We are on Twitter. We are on LinkedIn. You can keep in touch, and you can also get in touch with us on WhatsApp. Our number is 0044
Thank you so much. And as you can see, I've got a business smile.
Yes, that's a lovely smile you have there. I'm sure the money's rolling in every second. And all the best.
Always, this smile makes me get money. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay,
Okay,
keep
all the best. Have a
smiling
good night.
then. Keep
Have a good day.
smiling. Bye.
Yes, yeah. Thank you.